Hello everyone and welcome back. Today we're talking about who is the biggest tool in the comic book community. I think there's only one clear answer. The answer is me, Sticky Goose. I am the biggest tool in the comic book community. And I don't think it's even close. Looking back on some of the drama and some of the things that have transpired within the past year in the comic book community, I've really kind of done a lot of reflection, introspection, my takes on some of the drama, my reporting, my journalism of the drama, and I think it's pretty clear that I'm the biggest tool or the biggest troll in the community. For most people, and most people that are, in the community, when somebody or when most people are going right, I'm going left. If people are standing in a line, I'm asking why there is a line. I wouldn't want it any other way. Some of my favorite things are South Park and Tool, things that question why we think the way we do, and then why we as a community or we as a collective come to this decision. And it's the reality that there are in groups and there are out groups. And the comic book community craves to be an in group. And a clear example of this is just comic books in general and comic book movies, where it's cool amongst us to be a part of the inside joke, what they're meaning by something, understanding, oh, this character relates to this. Like it's like when Stan Lee shows up in the movie, it's like, oh, that's Stan Lee. He's the creator of Marvel. I don't know if you knew that. It's like that idea that we are privy to something because we are nerds. We are in the in group. It's like, when there's a cameo in the movie, it's like, oh, I know who that's going to be. It's like, oh, I've read the comic. I know the story. And I think it's this basic need for most people to be part of something where many people agree with you. Many people see your side. And that has never been more evident in this recent drama with Epicnation collection. None of you, 99.9% of you, were there. None of you know what happened, what transpired, but because of evidence, because of people saying what happened, because of your perception of this individual, perception of this incident, you came to a conclusion. You deemed him guilty. It's judge, jury, and executioner guilty. Another example of this, a perfect example of this, is the Johnny Depp Amber Heard thing, which is a societal example of that case was decided by public opinion before it ever got started. Amber Heard was guilty, Johnny Depp was innocent. Or we just didn't even care if Johnny Depp did something. Johnny Depp was still innocent in our eyes. Did epicnation collection probably steal from that guy? Probably. Has he stolen before? Probably. Has he scammed people? Probably. To speak out and say that didn't happen, or we don't know all the facts, or why did this happen in the video, or why yada yada yada, you're out group. You're an out group. You are not part of the hive mind. You are not part of the common consciousness. When I made the video making fun of two certain YouTube channels that monetize their audience to sell to them, sell mystery boxes, sell books that they've written, basically making a parody video, a video intended for comedy purposes, and a video intended to maybe make you think a little bit, scratch your head as to certain motivations. a completely healthy thing in society. What is Saturday Night Live? What is South Park? What is The Simpsons? What are these comedy things that poke fun at something in a hobby, something in a community, something in popular culture? But for somebody to do that and pick on the in group, pick on the people that supposedly everybody likes, it's a problem. Why is that? So the second part of this video is talking about the comic book community and how this idea that we are part of some sort of community because we all collect comics. It's laughable, because to be a community, I guess the definition of a community is a group of people with like-minded beliefs, religion, ethnicity, location, proximity. Those are examples of something that's a community. So a comic book community would consist of, I guess, a group of individuals liking a same thing. But specifically, when you think of a community, you think of individuals taking care of one another, looking out for one another. So this whole thing that's transpired recently has got me thinking about community and how it's the idea that we're looking out for each other to pick out the scammers, pick out the frauds, pick out the thieves, and then we let everybody else know who these people are. I recently did a video a few weeks ago about an individual who won something on a giveaway, a mystery box, and the individual never received the thing until I kind of called out the seller, and then he got it later on. And everything kind of worked out, thank goodness. This was a situation where it didn't directly happen to me, but I knew the individual that it happened to. I had talked to the individual that was supposed to have sent the books. Like, I knew all the pieces. I kind of knew all the parts and the pieces of this. Another example of this is, some of my more inflammatory or drama videos that have happened to me, kicked out of comic shops, shadow banned from a convention. I was the one that was there. When I was in that comic shop, I was there. Man Bun was there, and the other two or three individuals that were in there. That's the only people that were there. So the only people that know what happened that day, or the only people that know what happened at that Comic-Con or whatever, was me and the individuals present. To think that a community would say, this is what happened, this is who we know is guilty, this is who is in the wrong, yada, yada, yada. Nobody knows anything. Nobody knows anything. Anybody that tells you that they know something, if you got a guy coming up to you trying to get you to invest money, trying to get you to do something, it's like, hey, I'm your friend. I'm smart. I'm good with money. Look how rich I am. Look at the car I drive. Look at the house I live in. What are his motivations? Where is he coming from? And that's where I'm getting back to all of this. This comic book community, you have to look at motivations for why people do anything. And more often than not, it's money or power, or some sort of control or clout, where somebody is motivated to do something. Somebody is motivated to out somebody, to virtue signal, to express that they're the virtuous one, they're the righteous one, and there's the evil. Be part of virtue, be part of righteousness, cast out evil. And it's all BS. It's bullshit. Like, You don't know what happened. You don't know what's real. And anybody that tells you that they know for a fact this is what happened, this is what's real, is a freaking liar. Nobody was there. Nobody knows what happened. So this comic book community idea, so many people, most people are, if you're collecting something, if you're buying something, especially if you're wanting to flip or invest or not just collect for the sake of collecting, that person is not, they are trying to sell this at a higher price. They are trying to get more than what they've paid for it. And I would say a vast majority of this comic book community falls under that. If this is a community, that is not community. That's basically predation on another individual in a hobby or a thing that everybody likes and you're trying to take advantage of. Now you're looking at me and saying, you do the exact same thing. I know. Yes, it's true. There is no comic book community. There is no love and perfect world, some sort of utopia. It's BS. Everybody is trying to get what they are wanting to get, build the best collection they can, make the most money on whatever it is they can, collect what they want to get in their collection by whatever means necessary, hopefully getting the best price they possibly can. That is the end game. That is the goal. The only thing that we share is that we all like nerd stuff. We all like comic books. But that's where it ends. That's where it stops. To wrap this video up, not everything is a scam. Not everything is trying to rip somebody off or take advantage of somebody. But look at things objectively. Look at things from both sides. What is the motivation for somebody doing XYZ? Why would somebody do whatever? And more often than not, it kind of shows what you're dealing with, kind of shows what true character you're seeing. I'm the biggest tool, the biggest troll in the comic book community. Guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If at any point in time you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you like this video, subscribe for more. Take care.